Good evening. Welcome to the May 14th, 2018 meeting of the Shawnee City Council. I'd ask that you please silence your electronic devices at this time. I am Mayor Michelle Dissler. I'll be chairing this meeting. I'll do a roll call at this time. Councilmember Zimmerman.
Present.
Councilmember Neighbor.
Present.
Councilmember Jenkins.
Present.
Councilmember Kimley.
Present.
Councilmember Meyer. Present. Councilmember Adrian.
Present.
Councilmember Sandifer.
Present.
Councilmember Constance.
Present.
Thank you. Please stand. Join us for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next, I'll explain our procedures for public input. During the meeting, I will offer the opportunity for public input. If you'd like to speak to the council at any of those times, please come forward to the microphone. I'll ask you state your name and address for the record, then you may offer your comments. So that members of the audience can hear your comments, I would ask that you speak directly into the microphone. By policy, comments are limited to 5 minutes. No person may speak more than twice to any one agenda item. After you're finished, please sign the form on the podium to ensure we have an accurate record of your name and address. In addition, while I won't do a roll call vote on every vote, I will state council members' names who vote in minority so that our listening audience will have a clear and accurate record of the vote. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. Does anyone have an item they would like to remove from the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'll accept a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made, seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next item is mayor's items. I do not have anything tonight. Next item is business from the floor. Is there anyone who has comments on an issue that is not on tonight's agenda? Seeing none. Next item on the agenda is staff items. Item number 1 is to consider approving final plans and project summary report for the Flint Street reconstruction project from Johnson Drive to 62nd Terrace, project number 3432. Governing body approved a contract with the design build team of Emery, Sapp & Sons, Inc., Schaefer, Klein & Warren to complete the final design services and all the construction work for the project. Final plans and the project summary report are now complete and require approval. Recommended action is to consider approving the project final plans and project summary report. Is there any discussion from the council? Anyone from the audience that would like to speak to this item? Seeing none, I'll accept a motion. Motion has been made and seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 2 is to consider ordinance number 3222 establishing a property damage insurance proceeds fund. At the April 9th, 2018 City Council meeting, governing body set a public hearing to consider abating the structure at 5019 Neiman Road due to fire damage. Interest was expressed concerning the recovery of the costs related to the abatement. Staff has drafted an ordinance authorizing the city to assert a lien of 15% of the face value of the proceeds of any covered insurance policy claim payment made for damage or loss to any building or structure in the city to recover the cost of abatement. Recommended action is to consider passing ordinance number 3222. Is there any discussion from the council? Mr. Neighbor.
I would just offer that the people at that location are actively demolishing the structure as of this last week.
Thank you. Any other comments from the council? Mr. Jenkins.
So nothing much, just happy to see that we've accomplished this and we're going to move forward. We're going to be able to recoup our costs.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Sandifer?
And also, when they remove the house, they're going to leave the basement. So doing this would also allow us to come back if for any reason we needed to remove that basement, that this would allow us to do that.
Any other questions or concerns or comments? Okay.
Hearing none, I move for approval.
Wait. Anyone from the audience want to speak to this item? All right, seeing none. Mr. Jenkins.
Move for approval.
Motion has been made and seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 3 is to consider ordinance number 3223, amending sections 2.28070 and 2.28080 of the Shawnee Municipal Code to identify officials authorized to serve municipal court complaints and notices to appear. Sections 2.28070, 2.28080 of the code currently identify the chief codes administrator as an official authorized to serve a complaint or a notice to appear. Staff is proposing changing this title to reflect the recent reorganization of the Community Development Department. An ordinance is required. Recommended action is to consider passing ordinance number 3223. Is there any discussion from the council? Anyone from the audience like to speak to this item? I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion has been made and seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 4 is to consider approving final plans for the Civic Center ADA bathroom and front desk upgrades, project number CL3454. This project is on the city's capital improvement program. Final plans are complete. Estimated total cost of the project is $180,000 and is funded in the 2018 revised Facilities and Equipment Reserve Fund. The project is ready to bid. Recommended action is to approve the final plans, authorize staff to bid the project. Is there any discussion from the council? Anyone from the audience like to comment on this item? Seeing none, I'll accept a motion.
Move for approval?
Second.
Motion has been made, seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 5 is to consider bids and award contract number 2018-0050 for the Thomas A. Suter Aquatic Center pool filter and chemical feed system replacement. Final plans were approved on March 26, 2018, and 3 bids were received. Staff is recommending awarding the bid to Continental Pools in the amount of $249,300. Recommended action is to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the contract. Is there any discussion from the council? Anyone from the audience like to speak to this item? I'll accept a motion.
Second.
Motion has been made, seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 6 is to consider contract number 2018-0051 with Concrete and Masonry Restoration, Inc. for repairs to the skate park at Swarner Park. Some of the concrete at the city's skate park has been exhibiting severe signs of map cracking. Concrete and Masonry Restoration, Inc. has been testing repair methods since last fall. These test repairs have performed well. Staff is satisfied with the restoration. Staff is recommending the governing body award a sole source contract for the remainder of the repairs to Concrete and Masonry Restoration, Inc. in the amount of $71,699. Recommended action is to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the contract. Is there any discussion from the council? Anyone from the audience like to speak to this item? Seeing none, I'll accept a motion.
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion has been made, seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is miscellaneous items. Item number 1 is to ratify the semi-monthly claim for May 14th, 2018 in the amount of $4,368,840.80. Is there any discussion from the council? Anyone from the audience like to speak to this item? I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item number 2 is miscellaneous council items. Does anyone on the council have an item they would like to discuss? Mr. Neighbor.
Yes, I have 3 things quickly. Tidy Town seemed to go much better this year than it might have last year, although there might have been a hiccup here and there, but kudos to staff and everyone that participated in that. Secondly, Taste of Shawnee, which was put on by the Rotary. We benefited by good weather, even though there were competing events, and our turnout seemed to be equal to or perhaps larger than last year. And lastly, thank you for all of you from the Leadership Shawnee class that are coming tonight and fulfilling your mandatory obligation. Thank goodness that you are still sitting here as the meeting draws to a close, unlike some of the high school students who choose to come in and rotate right back out the door.
And I would agree with the Tidy Town comments. I don't know about anyone else, but I did not receive one complaint this year. I didn't hear anything. Mr. Adrian?
Yeah, I'll second that. Julie helped me out a ton. I had a lady out in Western Shawnee who was trying to get a riding lawnmower to be picked up and through Tidy Town, and Julie was very, very helpful. So I'd like to say thank you again.
Any other council items? Seeing none, I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So move to adjourn?
Second.
Motion's been made, seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you.
I knew it was going to be fast. That was ridiculous. I feel like, how do we How do we justify our?
All righty. It's $1.07, it's only $1.07 an hour, 365, 24/7. Every little bit helps.